So today is the day. We are headed out on our first ever cemetery tour here in Preston, Idaho. Today leading our tour will be my grandma, Nancy Woodward. And we're super excited. We're gonna get a little bit of history about ancestors, where they're buried. My first question though for you, Grandma, is do you know why this Preston cemetery is so popular?
Because people come home to Preston to be buried. A lot of the people who are buried there now haven't lived in Preston for years and years, but they own a family plot and they want to come back home to be buried.
Want to know else why it's popular?
Why is that?
Because people are dying to get in.
Oh, okay.
Come together now. All together.
We are going to make our way to the northwest corner here, where we will start this tour. All right, Grandma, what flowers are you getting today?
I'm getting this for my parents. I'm just going to put out 3 flowers today. One for my parents, one for Daryl, and one for my brother.
All together. Come together now. All together. Come together now.
Okay, Grandma, tell us who these flowers and flag are for.
The flowers and the flag are for my husband, Daryl. He was a veteran. And actually, Memorial Day is a day to honor veterans of all wars. Daryl is a veteran of the Korean War. He spent most of his time in Germany.
The cemetery here is just beautiful. It's set out here among the fields. A lot of farming going around. And come evening time, it's a beautiful sunset. But today, especially, it's beautiful because there's so many flowers. An amazing Memorial Day weekend.
Okay, Preston, come over here and I'm going to tell you about this family, the plots that are here. This is where Daryl is buried. My name is on the headstone because I will be buried right next to him. For right now, only Daryl is here, but my birth date is on there, but not my death date. And then up here, my mother and father, Don Greaves, and my mother, Idana Greaves. Idana S stands for Swainston. That was her maiden name. And right next to them, this is where my brother is buried. My brother doesn't have a headstone yet because his son is designing his headstone, and they couldn't do it in Preston because Bill wasn't here. Wesley, his son, wasn't here to oversee it, and he wanted it just in a particular way. So Bill was buried in November, but he still doesn't have grass on his grave, nor does he have a headstone yet. So this is where my entire family is. My mother, my father, my brother, my husband, and that's where I'll be. So we'll all be together in this small area right here.
We're now making our way towards, oh, I guess you could say it's more the middle of the cemetery. You can see the flagpole over there, headed now towards the middle. So Grandma, where are we headed to right now?
Now we're going to my grandparents' grave, as long as also some aunts who were buried in the same area. The three children and one aunt who was never married.
Let's go take a look.
This is the Greaves family plot. The three names on that headstone were all babies, or one was a child, one was 3 years old. And then their graves are down below that big marker.
So who are the parents?
The parents are, let me show you where their graves are. The parents of those children that's my grandfather, Thomas. And next to Thomas is his wife, Hannah. Their 3 babies are behind them.
So these are
And
your
then here,
grandparents? That's
Alice Greaves is my grandfather's second wife. He married her after his wife Hannah died. And then we called her Aunt Allie. But she wasn't really our aunt, she was just our step-grandmother. And next to Aunt Allie is Levine. Levine is my father's sister. She lived with Thomas and Hannah, and she didn't ever marry, and she died of breast cancer when she was 70 years old.
And now for reference purposes, you can see our car near the end over there. There's a gentleman walking. That's where we first started, and then we simply walk straight east, more towards about the middle of the cemetery, and this is where we're at.
There's another one I want to show you right here. Oh, maybe it's here. Let's look.
We're looking for great grandma.
Right here.
It's a game of hide and seek.
Here is this Theodore Daniel Alder and Alice Paul were my great grandparents. My great grandmother, Alice Paul, lived with her daughter, my grandmother, Nita Swainston, for the last years of her life. And this is his father and mother, Alfred Alder, and his wife, and my great grandmother. So they would be your great grandparents.
3 greats.
3
to me.
greats.
Wow.
Yeah. He named my mother Idana after Idaho. He named my Aunt Natel after Nathan, her father. He named Alden after Alder. And he named my Uncle Rill after a city in Wales where the family was originally from. Yeah, and here they are in Preston.
Here they are. And who's on it?
This is these people, Alfred Alder and Susan Field Alder. They were born. She was born in England, and he was born in Preston. Oh, I'm wrong. They were both born in England
And died in Preston.
and died in Preston.
Yeah,
Good. How are you?
I'm well.
This is my grandson, Preston Rainey, who lives here in Preston, and he is making a video of the tour I give everybody of our family plots.
Yeah.
So that's what he's doing. He's
Well,
taking
and I
me
can-
around.
So we just finished up our time up in the Preston, Idaho cemetery. Now we are headed to Whitney. It's only about, how many minutes away would you say it is, Grandma? 5 to 10?
I'd say 10 minutes from where we are right
Yeah.
now.
And who are we going to go visit out
We're
there?
going to see my mother's family, her parents, and her brother. So it would be my parents and my Uncle Rill and my stepmother, Dad's second wife, Noreen. She's buried next to her first husband, Lou Alder, in Preston.
And Noreen lived in our home, in the home that I
Yes,
own
she
now,
did.
right?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, let's go take a look.
Say, Preston, Idaho, home of Don Greaves.
So we're driving up to the Whitney Cemetery. It's also nestled up kind of on a little bit of a hill. You just have to drive up this dirt road for about a quarter mile. There you can kind of zoom in there, up in all those trees. Here we are, entering the Whitney Cemetery. We're going to pull into, looks like the middle lane. We are going to be looking for some relatives.
Not really sure.
So sometimes we're not able to find the ancestors, so we've got to make it to the directory. So here we'll begin to look for Alder, last name of Alder. That's what we're looking for. Maureen Alder, Sears. Block 4, Lot 3, Plot 4, Spot 2. Okay, Grandma, tell me who you found.
This is my dad's second wife, Noreen Alder. She was married to my Uncle Lou, who was my grandmother's brother. So she was Aunt Noreen, married to Louis Alder, then married to my father, Don Greaves. His name is not on the headstone, but that's where she is. And she had a grandchild who died right after he was born, and he's in that little grave there.
Okay, who'd you find, Grandma?
This is my grandmother and my grandfather Swainston, Juanita Alder Swainston, and Nathan Swainston, my mother's parents. Nathan did not have a middle name. Juanita's middle name was Ruby. It's not on her headstone. But this is where my mother's parents are. And
Your
right,
mother, Idana
Idana's
Swainson.
mother, Juanita, and her father, Nathan. Nathan worked at the sugar factory all of his life, and towards the end of his career, the machine cut off his fingers, so he was disabled.
Is it that sugar factory?
Yes,
Is it that one? If we can
yep,
kind
that's where
of,
he worked.
I'll try and, there's the sugar factory just across the way out there. For reference purposes, the directory is in the middle. We stopped over there and just made our way directly east to where we found.
And the graves next to my
This would be her
grandparents
grandparents.
is my mother's brother, Rill, Albert Rill. Rill is the name of a town in Wales, and that's where what he was named after. Their son is in this grave right here. This is where their son Alan was buried. He died and had 2 children.
So something unique about the Whitney Cemetery, or rather Whitney in general, is that Whitney is the birthplace of Ezra Taft Benson. And right here, we'll see if we can show you, it's his headstone. So he's been buried here. And let's see if I can flip the camera around. 13th president of the church, President Ezra Taft Benson. Legend has it that all those buried in Whitney will be pulled up to heaven by President Benson. I cannot confirm where that legend started. It may have started today, but Noreen, you're in luck. Oh, Grandma, I forgot to ask you, recently they actually fired one of the cemetery workers. Did you hear why?
No.
Because they made a grave mistake.
Oh, Preston. This is where I was born. This is where I grew up. This is where my parents were born. It's where they grew up and died. This is where my brother was born. And it's just important to come back home again. And that's the way I feel about it.